This artwork was inspired by the story of a survivor. She was in a domestic violence, abusive situation for over 10 years, and one day she saw herself in the mirror and didn't recognize who she saw. And that was the moment she decided to leave her abusive situation. Hi, my name is Sukanya Mani. I am an interdisciplinary artist. We are at the Contemporary Art Museum. This exhibit is part of a larger awareness campaign called Beside, Between, Beyond. And the awareness campaign is about bringing awareness to domestic violence, the survivors, the victims, the different people who work within this community. There is a highlight on immigrant and refugee communities and some of the specific cultural, legal, social barriers that they face within these situations. I was born in India and I'm an immigrant, and so I kind of put myself in somebody's shoes who has left all of their family behind. It is very difficult to see people living in immigrant and refugee populations who are already vulnerable to be put under such abusive situations. All of the stories in here directly reflect stories of people mostly around St. Louis. Almost every demographic was part of the conversation. The idea for artworks start with the stories. First, I'm just listening. I'm just collecting information, reading and listening to people. They hope part of their story inspires someone else to walk out of that situation. I have been working with paper for many years now, and I started the journey by cutting paper, and that's an interesting way for me to use craftsmanship to tell a story. The correct piece of paper means being able to get out of a situation. It could be a passport, it could be an immigration document, can be used by the abuser to hold power over someone else. The other material that I've used is red thread and bangles. The country of my origin, India, we tie red threads around auspicious places from trees and in temples, and it's a wish-fulfilling practice. Bangles are worn by South Asian women when they get married, and then it's also a way to show femininity. So I took that idea of women coming together, uplifting each other by building a trusted space. What I really hope is if we start trusting each other more, if we create more judgment-free spaces, then people who are living in a situation that they think that they have to be ashamed of, we will remove that one obstacle, right? So it's just one layer at a time. This is a very early part of the project. Even though we are 2 years in, I still feel like we have so far to go. There have been people from so many different communities who have reached out to me to talk to me about their stories. So there are people reaching out not only in St. Louis, but nationally as well. And so my role here is to get the message out to as many people as I can, and also to have more discussions and panels with people working within this industry or working with people who can give more resources, and then plant that seed in their mind to see, okay, how can they give back? How can we all come together and just eradicate this?